A very warm welcome, viewers. Welcome to Business Notice. This is Kajol Sinha, and at present, I am with the CEO and founder of Akha Biologic. So, sir, welcome to Business Notice. So, could you give us a small gist regarding the company?
Thank you very much for interviewing me today. Akha Biologics is a company that is located in Dallas, Texas. Glad to be here. Glad to be in the International Biomanufacturing Summit. Akha Biologics is developing bispecific antibodies. This is I can go a little bit on details on the bispecific antibodies, but this is sort of a new generation antibodies that targets a certain type of immune cells called natural killer cells, and we hope that this is going to work for the treatment of solid tumors, which where treatments are very rare to see good treatments. There are some treatments, but not nearly enough for patients. That's Thank you.
And, sir, what are the groundbreaking innovation that it has brought to the market?
So I have to step back in that sense, right? So the market is far away from a preclinical research company. So how it works in biotechnology is first you think about an idea about a drug molecule, and then you go and do some preclinical research. And by preclinical research, what I mean is you think of an idea, you think of a mechanism of action, and those are all based on literature source, right? So you go and then start working, and then you do cell activity assays, and then you go and try in animal models. So far, we have reached to the animal models, and we have seen some very excellent data that's showing when we use controls. Controls meaning it's not just like PBS, which is typically used, but controls of drugs that are in the market. And then when we compare our drug, it's showing superior activity. So that's where we stand right now. And just for the audience who are not super familiar with drug development, this is the first stage, and the second stage would be to go into the clinic. And for going into the clinic, of course, you cannot just inject a drug that is just like being made in your laboratory. It has to go through a much stricter regulation. And that's therefore there is a cell line development for biologics, and then you go for manufacturing. That costs a huge amount of money. Right now, we are trying to raise money for that one, and hopefully, we can close this round in the next few months. And once that happens, the idea is to go and manufacture and then go for the phase 1 clinical trials.
And,
Thank you.
sir, how long Akha Biologics is in the market?
So Akha Biologics was founded in 2021, and so that's where we are. We are developing multiple drugs. So hopefully, we can push at least one or two molecules in the next couple of years to the clinical trials. That's the hope. And just to give an idea about, it's not that we would go directly into the market. The way it works for smaller biotech companies like us is to have a product, is to have a phase 1 clinical data that shows efficacy, that excites the big pharma companies, that it is for them to actually acquire. So that's just a business model in this sense. Okay.
And, sir, I would like to ask you, how do you position Akha Biologics in the competitive biotech and pharmaceutical landscape?
So any biotech companies, any innovator molecules that is fundable by institutional investors has to have something unique, right? So the way we are going and the way we're thinking about, as I mentioned before, we're going with bispecific antibodies. By that, what I mean is monoclonal antibodies, for instance. People here may be familiar with pembrolizumab, for instance. Those are treatments that have blockbuster revenue, so more than $15 billion a year sell. So those are the kind of innovative molecules that we have. So we are positioning ourselves to build an asset that maybe not $15 billion, at least in the market. When it goes from the clinical trials phase 1, 2, and 3 goes to the market, it will generate revenues more than $1 billion USD.
And, so, what are your future plans for the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, again, same thing, raise fund, go and push forward as fast as we can, phase 1, phase 2 clinical trials. That's the plan.
And sir, how many team members are there in your company?
So the way we do it is very smartly. We have 4 team members right now, including myself, but we have a lot of CROs that we get involved. The legal entity, for instance, or legal HR, finance, and everything is outsourced, and so we can run a very lean team. And even like some of this work that is the standard work, we always go and do outsourcing because it's always a much efficient model for us to do. However, as we progress, as we go more closer to the clinical trials, we have to hire more people. So I think in the next year we are going to be about 20 people.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Himanto, for giving us your valuable time.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, that's all for today. Keep watching Business Noticed.